Now, good morning. 1994. Those of you that would have been born before that and adults would remember, or you would not remember, what you would have known 1994. And funny enough, we sometimes don't recall these things. But I'm doing a series about years from 1990 and then going further on. But 1994. And I've already done a couple of videos about it. And the famous £5 note for Catherine Elizabeth Macaulay, the great founder of the Sisters of Mercy, that great order that did so much good in every department, helping the abandoned and down and outs, helping education for people that were practically illiterate when we got our freedom, as well as the Christian Brothers. Yeah. Now, in 1994, on the 21st of August, the provisional IRA, who had a lot of debts in the 6 counties between the IRA and the UDA, the Protestant people that kill Catholics, mostly innocent. Pledged to complete cessation of violence. So that was a momentous year. The peace agreement had been implemented, and Albert Reynolds and John Major in Britain were two very influential people in that, and of course George Mitchell, Senator George Mitchell, that was sent to help the process from President Clinton when he was president of in the United States. A great man that helped as well as Father Alice Reid and a Protestant clergyman as well. That was great, the 21st of August. And on the 6th of the 9th, 94, Taoiseach Albert Reynolds, Prime Minister, John Hume, that famous man, and member of the Assembly in Northern Ireland, a member of the British Parliament, a member of the European Parliament. He did great work. One man could show you what one man could do. He was a saint. He's up in heaven. You're up in heaven, John. You died there, and your lovely wife died as well some time ago. She lived longer. And Taoiseach Albert Reynolds, John Hume and Gerry Adams pledged their support to democracy. Yeah. So Albert did great work behind the scenes, bringing all these warring factions together. Yeah, good man, Albert. What a great gift. The 28th of October, 94. The inaugural session of the Forum for Peace began in St. Patrick's Hall, Dublin Castle. Wasn't that a great event? So these are two things that happened very much and that Albert was very successful in. But did the success and the business of the £5 note in March for Catherine Elizabeth Macaulay, the founder of the marvellous Sisters of Mercy. Did these things annoy the Labour Party, led by Dick Spring and advised by this dreadful Fergus Finlay, the government collapsed because he withdrew his support on a small pretext of Albert proposing the Attorney General, Mr. Whelan, I think he was from Mullingar, to be on either the Supreme Court or something like that. So we used that, and but the Dáil wasn't dissolved. Aye. And on the 17th of November 94, Albert resigned as Taoiseach and leader of Fianna Fáil. And then on the 15th of the 12th, 94, John Bruton, Fine Gael, Taoiseach, with Labour called the Rainbow Group. A very ominous sign, wasn't it? The same blinking old rainbow, which is God-given, used by the LBGT movement, using something that's good or something that's not good. So that's the events that happened there in 94 as regards the events, the momentous events, and really it finished up on a very sad note as regards Albert. It had done so much good for the peace movement. Was it jealousy in this old Spring individual? I believe it was. He was the foreign minister. He wasn't satisfied with the great job he had. I don't know what he became. He probably had something similar with this John Bruton. I remember being disgusted at the time of what happened. Such a great Taoiseach, Albert Reynolds, and did such great work even from the time he was a minister for Post and Telegraphs, waiting 2 or 3 or 4 years for a phone. Suddenly you had it within a week or 2 weeks or something like that. He just did. He was just so good. No matter what he was at, he made a success of it. Yeah. Oh, and Bertie Ahern then become the leader of Fianna Fáil and went on to do good things, but he also was guilty of some other things that weren't so good. So we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So there you are, 1994, in the events. Oh, yeah. I don't think it was a good year, and it didn't all go well for people that were involved in that. You do something like what Mr. Spring did in Finlay, his advisor. You don't have luck for it. No, sorry. Labour Party now is only a shadow of what it was with these despicable leaders that put it astray and brought bad luck on it. You don't walk away from a government led by such a marvellous Taoiseach Prime Minister as Albert Reynolds. Yeah. You suffered for it, didn't you, Mr. Spring and Mr. Finlay? So there we are, 1994. There was the good things happened in 94, but bad things. That was a very regrettable situation that developed. So enjoy the rest of the day and say your prayers and be glad that you have a Catholic faith. What a blessing. Practice it and make sure you do. And those of you that are lapsed, wake up what's up there, if there's anything up there at all, and amend your life and go to the sacrament of confession. Go back, because you're in a very dangerous place. Bye now. Have a good day.